For the Bulls, D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. And down low, the two-time NCAA champion at Florida, the 6'11 tornado of energy and effort. It's the big man, Joakim Noah. Then it's Dang, and it's Boozer in at the power forward. Bradley gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bradley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Rose against Waltz. Rose goes in. Boozer. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And here's Boston. The pass to Banks. Outside Bradley. And the three off target.
Good solid defense on the perimeter there, challenging the shot and not fouling.
Even the best shooters can be bothered by his defense.
Boozer, guarded by Green. The kick out to Rose. Noah in the post. Bucks is there. So the whistle blows on the shot and two free throws for the contact right there.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
Chicago shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. The first one falls. Boston making a switch here. Noah hits them both. And here's Bradley. Now Rondo to the paint. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one. And the Bulls making a change here. And good on the second, so he makes them both. About 1 minute into the first quarter. From half court. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter.
People have talked about the defensive renaissance in Chicago as a big part of their turnaround, and that's accurate. Thibs has done wonders for this team defensively, but another aspect is that they've had one of the deepest benches in the league the past few years, too.
Heinrich outside. Heinrich off a pick from Dang. Heinrich passes to Butler. Back to Heinrich. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Dang. And the Bulls get it back. Tries again. Shot's good by Gibson. Gibson's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Chicago. Go back to what you said, Clark, about Chicago. It is a credit to them that they've been able to constantly add or draft talent that is ready to step in for them. And Steve contribute off the bench.
Yeah, no doubt about that. You think about Taj Gibson, a late first-round pick. Jimmy Butler last year really emerged as one of the best young players in the league. Great story. So terrific job by the Bulls front office in figuring out which player to take later in the first round.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Rondo. And again, Boston with the triple. Second quarter ends in a tight one. Celtics out in front. They lead by 5.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And it's
the Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we return, a lovely view of the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois. Rajon Rondo with the strong contribution so far in this one.
I think this is the kind of quality performance we expect to see from him. He's always setting the bar high for himself, and sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good he really is.
You know, Steve, I think it's doubly difficult to keep up the level of play he does when you know you're the focal point of the other team's defense. To be able to play like he has when you have a reputation of being the guy, that's impressive. Guys, Derrick Rose is a native son of Chicago, and he grew up in the dangerous Inglewood neighborhood, the youngest of 4 brothers. But from very early on, his talent for the game was apparent, and Those older brothers of his, they shielded him and protected him like an ember of hope for the entire family, and he certainly has allowed his light to shine bright.
And Rose drops them both. And Clark, back to Rose, the city of Chicago, as you expected, has embraced him. It's interesting, Steve, to be a high pick, but drafted by your hometown team. The pressure is pretty interesting.
I love at the United Center when they introduce him, they just say, from Chicago, Derrick Rose. But, with all the attention he gets, he's a very private and reserved person. Has a lot of respect amongst his teammates because he just handles himself with such class.
Avery Bradley missed the first 3 months of last season after undergoing surgery on both shoulders, fellas. When Rondo went down with his ACL tear, Bradley stepped into the starting point guard role, and I thought performed very well.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Boston making a switch here. Boston's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. And for Bradley, a tremendous defender, and Steve able to defend either the 1 or the 2.
Well, he's listed at 6'2", but he has incredibly long arms and quick feet. So he's strong enough to guard bigger players, but his best attribute is putting pressure on the ball. It's a nightmare just trying to bring the ball up the floor against Bradley.
One of the best on-ball defenders, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, no doubt.
Outside Rondo, from deep. Joakim Noah grabs the miss. Noah's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Can't get it to fall. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
One of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
The other thing that jumps out to me is just the big number of assists they've had. The offensive efficiency has been a major factor.
Here's Rondo. Again, Rondo missing. Now here's Butler. Kicks for Rose. Double team on Rose. Butler dishes for Rose. Money! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Boy, right now, it's really tough to stop Rose.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
When the shot's not there for you, you've just got to recognize it, move the ball on.
I think he had tunnel vision right there. His only thought was to shoot, no matter what else was going on.
Noah with a screen for Rose. Oh, missed it.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Here's Rondo. No good from 3-point territory. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. And Clark, it was quite a nail biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays.